Going live. Still just a holding. I'm trying to make sure that it's doing its thing. We are there. We are live. Hello, everyone. Yeah, woohoo. Right? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Slam's Fist Fact Podcast. Rick, what's up, man?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing. Chilling, enjoying, relaxing. Kind of weird doing this on a Monday instead of a Saturday.
Man,
But
isn't it? You're just enjoying those twilight years.
yeah, Rick had a lot to do this Saturday, guys, so that's why we canceled. Um, and didn't and are doing our live stream today instead. But no, we had a lot of family come into town and hang out and friends and stuff. So there was no way I had time to even abruptly think about recording this on this weekend. But
Yeah, we were both pretty slammed there, but you got to have a little fun though. See the fam bam for the first time in a minute.
yeah, first time since Christmas probably. Got to
hmm
see him. We all went out, celebrated my birthday, so it was solid.
Yeah, you only turned 60 once, folks. So
Yes,
make sure
and that
you live it
happens
up.
in 30 years from now for me. But no, it was good. Got to see everybody. Um, we went out to eat at Indochine, and which is always just a banger of a time. I love.
Oh, how long did you wait this time?
Sat immediately. Last time we went to Indochine, my wife and I waited like an hour and a half for three people. We have eight, and they're like, "All right, when your entire party gets here, we'll sit you immediate." Arrived at the same time and everything.
Was you didn't have a podcast scheduled right after it?
True, true. Maybe that's why they were like, you know what, we're gonna be very convenient this time because we know Brandon had the podcast, and now they just priority. But it's fine. No, had a good time. A lot of drinks, a lot of laughs. It was fun. So, well, you saw I FaceTimed you.
Yeah, dude, it
I
seemed like a good time. I wish I
yeah,
could have been there, man.
we had
It looked like y'all were having a blast.
yeah, no, we had a pretty good time. It was fun. It was fun. But to start out, Rick, what are you sipping on today, my guy?
I just have a little Diet Coke. I just finished up eating a
Mm,
pretty clean dinner.
yeah, can of
I
corn
know
and a diet coke, and it'll be okay, guys.
wasn't quite a can of corn, but it's a
What
pretty clean dinner and
would you eat?
just some chicken, beef, and rice.
Mm, I also had that, except it was turkey and a baked potato.
That's close.
No rice. I had
What are you
I
sipping on that little mystery cup there?
Ethiopian ground coffee with a little bit of honey inside of it.
Oh, that's right. Your coffee from around the world thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm on. This is still country. This is actually the last brew of
Blend.
country one. I have this cup, and then I have like another half of a French press left that I'm gonna turn into iced coffee for the morning. Of Ethiopia, and then starting tomorrow when I brew coffee because I only drink like 3 cups a day. Um, it's from Uganda, so super excited. So they decided to go back to back African countries on me to start out. So we'll see the difference of taste and stuff. It's like a this one was a medium roast. This other one's like halfway between a medium and a light roast. So we'll see.
Hmm. I can't wait till you start getting to like the island countries.
I know like
So,
Costa Rica and
yeah, they
yeah.
apparently have. I've only had Dominican coffee, which was
Hmm.
awesome. Did you have that? I'm guessing you had that while you were down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Um,
good. And then we had I've had like even like Hawaiian coffee tastes so much different like when we were in Hawaii. So much different than just normal Folgers or whatever.
yeah, no, my parents loved it. They brought back a couple bags.
Mhm. Yeah, I will order it all the time. But yeah, so no alcohol today. I don't need alcohol for like a week. I'm dying.
I
I was dying.
bet.
I was dying. I just need electrolytes and caffeine for now. Um, but Throw it out there, sir. This week in history, what you bringing today to us today?
Hey, you want to start most recent to old or oldest to new? How do you want us to take this?
Don't care.
Okay, we're gonna
Okay,
go
yeah, yeah.
old.
Go old to new, and I'll go old to new as well.
Okay, 100 CE. Marcus Aurelius dies at 58.
I was thinking like 1780. You were gonna start now. 3,000 years ago, or I guess 2,000 years, 2,000 years ago. But
Yep. Almost 2,000 years ago. Well, like 1,800 years ago or so.
yeah,
Right around the time Brandon was born. Marcus Aurelius dies at 58. People seeing him as one of the great symbols of peak Rome.
yes, clearly he was.
What do you got?
Mm,
Now that I know I already outdated you.
yeah, my oldest one is from 1794. Um, Eli Whitney patent the cotton gin changed Southern farm culture forever.
I mean, it really revolutionized. It went on to kind of fade into the entire textile industry, really. Pretty
I
awesome.
mean, there was still a good another 80 years of slavery, but yeah,
I didn't say anything about that. I just said that it
well,
changed the way we process textiles across the board eventually. It led to
true.
the mass production of everything and why nowadays you can just go on eBay and get a shirt made out of whatever you want, have it
Hmm.
next week. I mean, saying whatever you want, any color you want.
Yep,
It's amazing.
I'm excited. Do you have anything between that and 1974?
Nope.
All right, cool. Well,
Not a very large gap.
yeah, yeah, you did. Um, on March 9th of 1974, the final Japanese soldier surrendered in the Philippines, 24 years after the ending of World War II, and
I admire the dedication.
would only surrender to his commanding officer that was like 70 years old. What if his commanding officer was dead? Like, what's he gonna
He
do? He's
wasn't
gonna
going to
fight
believe
off
you.
everybody. Yeah, he's gonna fight off everyone.
Yeah, he wouldn't have believed your propaganda.
I think
It
the
didn't come
difference. I
directly.
think the different sizes and just seeing the different airplanes fly over would have given it away that okay, maybe it's time to call it quits.
Nope. He
Fair
was in it
enough.
for the long haul, dude. Long
Fair
haul.
enough. All right, what you
He
throwing out there?
he better have gotten such fucking good back pay.
Not a chance.
Just-
Not a chance.
Could you imagine 24 years of back pay just hitting you like,
I'd love it, but no way he did.
okay, 1992, South Africa, and the apartheid.
Nice, nice. Great book I read on that, by the way, for in high school that I had to do for summer reading. Fantastic. It's called Kaffir Boy. It was written by
Oh,
a guy, well, a kid at the time, but a guy now when he wrote it about he lived in apartheid South Africa.
I've had to read an excerpt for a discussion in a class before. Uh, it was good.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. My next one. Do you have anything before 97?
Too.
Go ahead then.
So in 92, I told you that they voted to end apartheid in South Africa.
Hmm.
Well, in 1995, Mississippi finally ratified the 13th Amendment. Yes. To abolish slavery technically wasn't ratified in Mississippi until 1995. And then, because of a clerical error, the state archivist of Mississippi did not send all the proper paperwork and notify the U.S. archivist. So it didn't go on record with the U.S. that Mississippi ratified the amendment until 2013.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my Mississippi hat off that I have on right now, and
So next time that I call you old, just remember, Brandon, that you technically
I was
lived
alive
before
when slavery was still legal in the
before it was
United States.
abolished. Before it was
Well, I
ratified that
guess
it was
not.
abolished.
Jesus Lord. Well, um,
Next is your fact.
March 9th, 1997. So I was a wee 4 years old. Biggie Smalls died. Died on my birthday. I bring that up a lot because he reincarnated into me. Even though I was already 4 years old.
I was about to say, I think you might need to read a couple more books on
I
that.
know, I
But
know. My last one happened in 2020. Do you have any more?
of 2013,
Oh, nice. Go ahead.
Jorge Mario Bergoglio, Archbishop of Buenos Aires, is elected Pope and took the name Francis the First.
Nice.
Hope I did Pope Francis's name
Fran-
justice. I
Franci.
probably did not. Okay. Okay. I'm sitting here talking about not disrespecting his born name, and you're here messing about his Pope name. Your turn,
The
sir.
only pope I know is John Paul II, who was the
Oh,
pope before Francis. My last one is on the 11th. So this past Sunday, 3 years ago, COVID was declared a pandemic. So we've officially hit 3 years into the pandemic.
oh, that was a crazy time frame.
I remember Amy and I go out to
Yeah,
eat for my
same.
birthday, and 2 days later, the entire state of Texas shut down for like 3 days.
Fun fact: I was on a field trip out of state with students.
Really?
We
Mm.
were in Tennessee at a retreat.
You're the only 10 I see.
Okay. We were at a retreat with our students that school does every year, and while we were down there, the teachers and I were talking. Well, I guess I was a teacher at the time. We were all
Hmm.
talking, and we're just like, "What do we like? Do we cut the field trip short? Like we've already paid for this place, and like we're here, and the kids are still enjoying it, and we were very isolated. Like that was the whole point. It was a retreat,
Right.
so we just were like, okay, I guess we just keep doing what we're doing, and then we head home at the end. Oh yeah,
No, I understand.
casual Baby Yoda.
Grogu, thank you. He has a name.
Oh, spoilers, bro! I haven't seen The Mandalorian.
Okay. Hot takes of the day. What are they, Rick? What do you got? What do you got? Throw
Okay,
them in there.
something that I thought of earlier
Okay.
that upset me was that head manufacturing designers of large industries, bitches. You know why they're bitches, Brandon? Because they have the technology and they have all these ideas. And instead of releasing them and really making like the best thing they possibly could, only put out one new feature. And then that way they have the next model lined up and they'll release one more feature. My best example is this sorry, was maybe I can't speak to like super, super rich top tier vehicles because I've never ridden in any. But
Same.
your regular economy class car. Remember when cooling seats were introduced?
No, but recently, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, like relatively recently, last like 10, 12 years, they became like commonplace in like the luxury models of common cars. Like, so Ford trucks, once you got the King, my dad has a King Ranch 2009, 2010 or something like that, and it's got cooled front seats. So
Right.
not only do your seat warm you, it cools you. And
Yes.
then you look at when back seats started, everyone's like a couple of the top lines, the back seat all of a sudden has heated seats, and it's like, oh, even your passengers can have heated seats. And then recently I found out the Kia Telluride, which has 3 rows of seatings, Mac Daddy has like a ton of seats, heated seats throughout the entire car. Now, that is a pretty good selling feature. I kind of like that. But also at the same time, why the fuck haven't we just been making all the seats heated and cooled in the first place? Like, we obviously can do it.
Because they want your money. That's all it is. They want your
No,
money.
fuck them. They're scared of the challenge. They won't put out all of their bells and whistles all at once because they know they're not creative enough to keep coming out with more ideas.
Yeah, you pussies.
Yeah, I called them bitches, but sure.
Yeah. Either way, I agree. Well, I'm gonna throw it out there. My truck doesn't have any of them. I want cooled seats. I'm rolling the windows down. That's
I
it.
don't think it's gonna get to your seat, buddy.
It might. If I get a low
I'm gonna.
window
I'll kick out the floorboard.
or a nice airflow. I don't know.
What's your hot take?
I have two. One pissed me off this weekend. We're at Slice of Life, and my brother ordered pineapple and ham on pizza. Ryan,
Ryan, you're not allowed on the
the
podcast
the
anymore.
the one that we just had a great podcast with, comes in and goes, "Yeah, we'll take a half cheese, half ham and pineapple," and I was like, "You bastard."
See, Ryan. Okay, Ryan. I hope you're listening, or will listen to this podcast later. Um, I completely can't agree with you on any of your takes anymore. That whole Disney World is overrated. You're overrated.
And
I
I will
can't
say it
believe
was
you.
not overrated. Had the time of my life, by the way, Ryan. Anyway, yeah,
Did you
he
sing
ordered,
that song?
huh?
Did you dance with Patrick Swayze?
In what?
The time of your life.
Oh, nobody puts baby in the corner. Um, no, dude, just ordered. And I don't mind ham because it comes
I
on a
love
meat
ham on
because it
pizza.
comes on a meat lovers. Ham's fantastic. The
Ham and pepperoni are my
second,
favorite.
yeah, the second you put in pineapple on there, I did get pepperoni and chicken together. It's a pretty
How's
solid
that?
combo, and I got jalapenos
Pepperoni
on
and
it too.
cheesesteak. Pepperoni and cheesesteak's a
Ooh,
good one.
that'd be good. That'd be good. But yeah, no. So my hot take is pineapple doesn't go on pizza. I know it is a old hot take and it is an argument for a long time, but I witnessed it firsthand and had to watch the disgustingness be consumed. Pineapple does not go on pizza. My uncle Brandon loves a Hawaiian pizza. I don't know
So he's not
why.
allowed. He's not on allowed now either.
I do not know why. I don't get it. Just doesn't go on there.
And your second.
Huh?
And your second hot take.
My second one, even though I was very excited for Brendan Fraser to win an Oscar, I think award shows are overrated.
Fraser, sir.
That's what I said, Brendan Fraser.
Okay, okay. I was about to say, make sure we don't. He just came out with that video. Did you see it?
Uh-uh.
Correct. He. It was like it was a video of him doing like common spoken words, and he started off by saying his last name because his whole career,
If people said
even at
Fraser,
award shows, his whole career, even at award shows, it was Fraser, and he's like, sir,
Fraser.
like razor.
Yeah, Fraser. I was very happy for him and very happy for the guy that I can't remember his name from Everywhere Everything All at Once that was in Indiana Jones and the Goonies.
Yeah.
He won Best Supporting Actor. Their both speeches were awesome. Jamie Lee Curtis finally got her first Oscar after 35, 40 years in the industry. 57, like 45 years. But all award shows are just overrated. You could just, it would do no difference if they just posted an article on the internet and was like, here who we picked to win all these awards, because that's about the same. That's how much it means to me. The same as I'm not going to spend 4 hours and watch some glorified award show. I think they're all overrated. It's cool to see, especially if there are shows and movies that you like, but like music award shows, all of them, I just think they're overrated.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree. I think that they've become too high on themselves, so like they've made it into so much more about
Hmm.
the exclusivity of the Oscar itself. And I get some merit to that, don't get me wrong. They've just made it into too much, like you're saying. And then I actually recently read an article about how stingy they are with their food and that you have to pay for drinks. Like this is like obviously the actors and actresses who are very well off earning for money. But like you invited them to this award show of like
Hmm.
all of like such prestige and you still don't have like an open bar.
Yeah, and like who's the Academy? Fuck if I know who the Academy is.
I mean, I
They're
feel
the
like
lizard people. Like
I was
who's
not saying, I mean, I feel like you can figure out who's in the academy pretty quick, easy Google search, but like
but who so like who votes? Is it for the Oscars specifically? Since that award show just happened, that's what I'm kind of like basing off of. Do just all the other actors and actresses vote for this, or is it like
I
it's
think
like
it's
a
like
it's like a critics and a guild and I don't know, it's a
mhm.
secret society. that I don't know about. Who is the Academy?
That might be too
It is
vague.
the organization that votes for the Oscar winners. Well, I fucking knew that.
Gotcha.
Who makes up the Academy? A breakdown of the exclusive Oscar Club. There are 8,469 voting members of the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and
Nice.
Science. It's too exclusive. There's a there's 1,324 actors and actresses, and then another. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems stingy to me. They seem stingy. I could win an Oscar if I really tried.
Oh man.
Easy, bro. Easy.
Maybe.
I would much rather see a popularity contest or like do like a Squid Games with actors and actresses. Not like get
The Squid
hurt or
Games was
whatever.
done with actors and actresses.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a little bit more realistic. You know what I'd love to see? Celebrity Survivor. Just take the 8,000 Academy people, put them on an island, and watch what happens.
This needs to be a rather large island.
Nah, nah, nah. What you do is you split them into tribes of 100 on little different islands all around Fiji, and they build up. They kind of like build a little military, and then they go at it.
I would like some celebrity versions, like just celebrities, not just a celebrity here on this
Mm-hmm.
team. And I would like that if all of them were Oscar winners.
Yeah,
The other
they would
tribe,
all say no, but it'd be
the
cool.
other the other tribe is all Grammy winners.
Or or all Oscar winners on one tribe, and then everybody else is who finished second to that Oscar winner on a different on another tribe. It'd be amazing.
We'll call them the second place tribe.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Rick, let's move on to the draft since before we start making up theories of how we could make
We're
celebrities
we're
feel
pitching some of
ruthless.
these. We're
I do.
pitching
I'll
these to
email
Jeff
Jeff
Probst.
Probst. I'll email him soon.
Okay, so for this week's draft,
Dun, dun,
we
dun.
are doing the top five ice cream flavors.
Wah, 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 wah. That's my
I chose
noise.
the draft. Mr. Brandithy, pick is yours. You are on the clock.
I'm taking the Mr. OG near and dear to my heart. I need a veteran on my team. I'm taking chocolate ice cream.
Okay, I could see the veteran presence there. I could see the simplicity in that.
Out of the
Okay with
three
that.
OG flavors, chocolate is the most versatile and the best one.
Okay, okay, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go a little bit more fun, a little more flavorful, if you will.
Uh
My number one is gonna be Moose Tracks.
huh.
Some people
Ooh,
might also know
oh,
it as Paw Prints. But yeah, either way, yeah,
I've
Moose
never heard it
Tracks.
called paw print, but I like moose tracks. Going
Have
bold and beautiful. The first thing.
Yummy.
Uh, I want a little. I want a little uh shake and bake in mine. A little Baskin and Robbins. So I'm gonna go taking some cookies and cream ice cream. Love me the guy. I definitely thought that's who you were gonna go with your first overall when I took an original veteran flavor, but to have cookies and cream drop the number two for me, I'm all about it,
It was
baby.
my second.
Hell yes. Hell yes, baby.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts the draft. It does. It does. Okay, well then we're just gonna bump right down the list, and this person gets elevated. We're gonna go with Rocky Road. I
Oh,
mean, it's a staple.
it is.
Um, some people undervalue it, I think. And I mean,
Yeah.
come on, you got marshmallows in your ice cream.
Yeah, you can't beat it. You can't beat the fluff inside the
Oh,
ice
so they
cream.
get to they get to jump up to number two on my list.
Look at there. Look at there. I'm gonna go for a young presence here. I say a little bit
Mhm.
younger ice cream flavor, but still prominent in the game. I'm taking chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay, they were on my board. They were on my board. It's a good pick. Popular with the young crowd. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna go. Neapolitan. You kind of.
No,
Yep, yep,
no. I
yep,
thought
yep,
I
yep,
was gonna.
yep.
I was gonna let him just slide. I thought he was gonna slide to 4 for me.
Nope.
Damn
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and reach and grab Neapolitan because, like you said, of your OG three flavors, having an ice cream that has all of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the pros and cons. Some people don't like all three of the flavors, so they shy away from it. If you're really into ice cream, you can appreciate all three, and Neapolitan is a very good choice. So
I
that's what I'm gonna
agree.
go with my third.
I agree. Um, I need a little bit of Latin flavor in my lineup,
Oh,
and I am taking Dolce de Leche ice cream.
delicious,
So good, so
delicious.
good.
For clarification, we are talking about ice cream, but let me just say, dulce de leche gelato is some of my favorite gelato.
Yes, but Dolce de Leche ice cream is just as good. It is
It is
a
still good.
solid
It is
flavor.
still good. Absolutely. Now, what I'm gonna go with number four because I knew you would let this slip. I was fine taking it later, but I think it has much higher on the board value.
I know what you're
Mint
taking.
chocolate
I
chip.
know what you're taking.
Mint chocolate chip is actually one of my favorites, but I
Love
knew
it.
you weren't gonna value it, so
No,
I
dude,
let it go down.
it's my favorite ice cream of all time. I just didn't think that it would be in your top 5 at all. Like
Yup, yup,
I did
yup.
not know that. I will say I undervalued it. Didn't know you enjoyed it because I was like, everybody's like, "What's your favorite ice cream?" I go, "Mint chocolate chip." Everyone's like, "That's fucking disgusting." It's like it's the one of the best
Yeah,
ice creams ever.
absolutely. We have some idiot friends. Me and Tommy had a whole argument about it one time, and he's like, "It tastes like you're brushing your teeth, and then you add chocolate." No, you're just immature. Chocolate chip is delicious. Andy's mint, but you get it in ice cream form, y'all.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can't. So I actually made a couple calls and I'm trading my number 5 pick to somebody.
How are
And
you?
well, I just had to get the calls because I had to make sure that I had the sponsorship and the naming rights for this. I'm
Oh,
taking
okay.
Ben and Jerry's half baked ice cream.
I was wondering how creative this would get and like how far we would delve. I stuck the most risky one I think I had was moose tracks off the top.
Yeah.
But I just love me some moose tracks. But
Half
I can respect the
Ben and
half baked.
Jerry's half baked is very delicious.
I can respect that. I'm gonna go pretty simple. I'm just gonna have myself a classic flavor. Is undervalued for how good it truly is all by itself. I'm gonna round out my board with French vanilla ice cream, dude.
Damn. I was so close to guessing that. I already wrote it down in my draft that you wrote that, but I guess that you're going to choose vanilla bean ice cream cuz I think vanilla bean is better than French vanilla.
Nah.
Yeah, honorable mentions none cuz after that the Slims get a picking.
Oh. No, because if I had a sixth, my honorable mention is caramel swirl.
Okay. My honorable mention would have been chocolate swirl, chocolate vanilla swirl, just soft serve. I thought about just trying to take that
Mm-hmm.
as a flavor, but I'm like, oh, that's a type, not a flavor. So because
Yeah.
I was like, what if I just went number one overall and I go, what soft serve ice cream? You're like, fuck, what did Brandon just blew the draft up immediately? Oh my
Oh,
god.
those are good. Those were good boards, dude. Those were good draft boards.
I think they're solid. We got I love Rocky Road. I know you were upset the second I took cookies and cream off of the board, man.
Dude, my number two sitting very firmly there as well. I was just
Mm-hmm. He was my number 2 guy. I figured I thought you'd go original on the number 1 pick, take one of the strawberry vanilla or chocolate guy, but nah, I love it. I think this might be the closest draft we've ever had.
yeah, I think just off how they lined up, we're gonna see a lot of interesting votes here when we post this
I agree.
because it's gonna be tight.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Well, I think we have a lot to talk about in some sports stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, there's just
It's
a lot.
um for one,
What
especially
sport do you want to start with? Let's narrow it down
let's
a
go
little
with
bit.
the NFL first because a lot
Okay,
of
that's kind of
crazy
what I was
stuff.
thinking too.
I want to save March Madness for last
Okay, agreed.
since
Perfect.
it's
We're
about to
look, we're
happen.
right. We're right here.
Look
We're
at
right
us.
here.
Look at us. We're zing. Uh, um, first thing is Panthers trade for the number one overall pick. That might be the that might be the only good move that the Panthers have ever made as a franchise, besides drafting Cam Newton as the number one overall pick. But then again, they didn't have to trade for that.
No, this is the most bold decision that I think has the possibility to turn upside that I've ever seen them do.
If they take C.J. Stroud,
Agreed.
if they take Bryce Young, they wasted the trade.
I think they blew it. At that point, I think they
Yes,
blew it.
I'll call it right now, and clearly Rick is agreeing with me. If they draft Bryce Young, they made a bad decision. They shouldn't have even have traded. And if they draft anybody that's not C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young, even though like we all think that he's not going to be great, if they don't draft one of those two guys and they pick somebody else, they wasted their pick and could have got that person at number 9 probably. I mean, you let what 2 first round picks go, both your picks this year,
Mm-hmm.
a first round pick the next 2 years, and DJ Moore, which I know a lot of people are upset about DJ Moore, but you got to give away something. You give away a low tier, like good for the Panthers, but a low tier wide receiver 1 option to get the first overall pick to where you could potentially have your franchise quarterback for the next 10 to 15 years. Houses are built one brick at a time, everyone. So all the Panthers
Yeah.
fans being mad out there,
And I think
don't be.
DJ Moore is a good receiver,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he's not a. I mean, he's not a number one overall pick, so you have to give up some real equity and some future equity to
Mm-hmm.
really be able to make this move because the Bears obviously didn't need a quarterback. They had all of the negotiating room with this.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I'm going to take a brief intermission.
You're fine. We'll be right here. I'll just sing. Living on sponge cake. No, but everybody listening out there, we're live. Slams Fist Fact on YouTube. We usually go every Saturday around 7 p.m. is our normal recording time. We had to mix it up this weekend. Had a lot of Dirty 30 parties and stuff that we had to do. We live record on YouTube on Saturdays. We post an edited podcast on Wednesdays. It is on all of our social medias. It is on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon Prime. Any place you can put a podcast, we post it. Anytime that you want to go to, come in. We have a Slams Fist Fact. We have a Gmail, which is slamsfistfact@gmail.com. It's down on my left over here. Then we have an Instagram that is right below me at Slams Fist Fact. We also have a TikTok that is at Slams Fist Fact. If we ever go to, our goal is to on TikTok to get 100 followers. Once we hit 100 followers on TikTok, Rick will do a TikTok dance. Once we hit 1,000, we will live stream inside of a hot tub. We will do a hot tub live stream on YouTube to see, just to figure it out. But sorry about this little intermission. We have to do it sometimes. It is all good. Takes our time. And plus we get to know each other a little bit better, so why not, you know? But here we are. If you like what you're seeing, if you want to see anything different, anything you want to see, send us a shout out on Instagram, wherever, it does not matter. We will always be here. We'll always listen. And now we just wait for Rick. Mm-hmm.
Why would he?
You're good. Let's. We're back because I talked to everybody for a while and then put the streamers right in back mode because I ran out of shit to talk about. Can only entertain myself for so long.
Didn't just
Um,
start like reciting haikus.
no, but I made like little like
Like a screensaver.
just
You should have just started bouncing around to the.
ding ding ding. Um, Panthers, great choice. Don't fuck it up because
And
I
the
want to see
same,
I want to see you do okay.
and the same to the Bears.
Nah, fuck it
Don't
up.
fuck it up, dude. Like, you have so many picks. You got a wide receiver one. Don't fuck it up.
Fun
You know,
fact:
do,
DJ Moore is now the Bears' all-time leading receiver.
no, I thought he was number two or something like that.
If you take his pass reception yards, he's the Bears' all-time leading receiver. Bears suck.
Little.
I'm kind of upset. I'm upset that they traded it because all it means now is that we're gonna draft Bryce Young, and I'm gonna be upset.
Or the Panthers could fuck it up.
Panthers mess up and draft Bryce Young, and we get CJ Stroud. I'll be so happy. I also wouldn't be upset with the guy from Florida or the guy from Kentucky. Honestly, I'd probably honestly take both of them before I take Bryce Young, which is sad, but Bryce Young has a lot of good leadership skills that those guys probably don't have, coming just from Alabama alone. But the fact that he's 5'2" pisses me off. Um, he's probably like 5'11", but like still.
Yeah, so he's not 5'2", but yeah, he's not very big.
What else? Jimmy G went to the Raiders today. Saw
VG to the
that.
Raiders.
Super excited. All the escorts in Las Vegas, watch out. Jimmy G is on the prowl. He's a good-looking guy.
I was messing with somebody who's a Raiders fan earlier today and was telling them how he can now shoot his GQ commercials in Vegas.
Ooh, that's cool.
Sam Darnold to the 49ers.
Yes, they have a veteran quarterback presence now, which is nice.
White from the Jets is going to Miami for 2 years, 16 million.
Saw that. And so is Jalen Ramsey.
Uh, let's see. Obviously, we all know that Carr went to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Carr. They also just re-signed Jameis Winston for a 1 year deal. So they still got famous Jameis behind Derek Carr.
Hell yeah. Finger licking lobster, whatever.
W
Crap.
eating.
Yeah, just whatever he was doing. What an idiot, man. I love him. He's hilarious. And then the last biggest one is that Aaron Rodgers really wants to go to the Jets for some reason. Or actually, I lied.
Oh,
The Packers want to send him to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going to decide whether or not he's going to retire or not.
Rodgers, I think it's pretty much done. I think Rodgers does go to the Jets.
I think so too.
Uh, Hargrove, defensive lineman from the Eagles, big part of our
He
success
signed
this year.
to San Francisco as well, right?
Yes, so their defensive front looks scary.
San Francisco is going to be dirty. Hopefully, they can figure out a quarterback situation next year, and they might be pretty dang good in the NFC, man.
I mean, I think they are going to be a team to watch. I still think out of everyone we re-signed, the Eagles still really, I feel like, hold a really good to take the NFC, but things just shook up. So we'll see. News for us. Jason Kelsey came back for 1 more year.
I saw that.
That's huge. That is monumentous for our O line. And then other people still exploring the free agent market or like the market in general, whatever you want to call it. Lamar Jackson with a non-exclusive franchise tag right now. Shocked? Does he end up somewhere else? I hope so for his sake.
I want
Um,
him to.
Eckler, Austin
Oh
Eckler
yeah, he said
is
he
now
wanted to
pursuing a
trade.
trade because they refused to extend his contract,
Yeah.
sign an extension with him. There's a lot of crazy stuff. I'm sure we missed something because there's just been so many. But I feel like we hit the big headlines there.
Yes. Um, last one, the Steelers signed Patrick Peterson,
Hmm. I
but
see that.
he's just okay.
Yeah.
Nothing too, nothing
Solid. I
too.
mean, makes him better.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Um, in lovely baseball news, the World Baseball Classic's going on right now. We decided to, at this point, like four-peat against the UK and just beat their ass in baseball too, while we're at it. So, thanks for that. How's that tea taste? And then the U.S. goes and decides to lose to Mexico like 11-6 or something. Um, we have we have the best team at this place, but who knows what can happen in the World Baseball Classic? Um, we'll see. They'll still come out of their pool. They might win. A lot of good teams in it. The Czech. I want to talk about just 1 second. The Czech Republic is in it for the first time, and it they are the coolest group of dudes ever. Not a one of them's a professional baseball player. They all have regular, 28 to 35-year-old dad. One's a teacher, one's a travel agent, one's like a home salesman. And they got their first win the other night in the World Baseball Classic against these teams that have all these pros, and they're raking. They're having a great time. And then it's awesome to see. And then the Italian team literally has an espresso maker inside their dugout. You saw
I
that,
saw
right?
that. Yes.
And every time they hit a double, the guy on second looks at the dugout with the Italian people, and then they just do the little hand sign back and forth to each other. It is great. I love international competitions in any sport is fantastic. It is
Genuinely is.
it is the best ever. Um, that's all I have for baseball. I have one soccer thing. That is all I'm going to say. Rumors have started flying that Harry Kane is going to come to Man United next year. If that happens, I'm putting it down now. We win everything.
We win everything.
We win everything. He does have one more year on his contract. Tottenham's not going to let him go. But if he decides not to play and force their hand, where he wants to go is apparently here. One because he wants to stay in England because
Yeah.
he wants to become the Premier League's all-time leading scorer. And two,
Close
he
is
want,
he?
huh?
Close is he? Do you know?
Close enough to where he's going to become the Premier League's all-time leading scorer, probably. He just hit over 200, and there's only three people that have done that. The guy that's on the top, who I can't remember, Wayne Rooney, and now Harry Kane. If he comes to Man United, I would. We said that we are willing to offer more than $90 million a year. Or over a $90 million transfer fee, that's what that essentially
So
is.
much money.
If we do that, we can finally put Rashford, whose jersey I'm actually repping right now, on the wing and have a real striker in the middle and not a false. We have potential to win some trophies. There's a Twitter out there that tweeted like 8 years ago the next like 15 Champions League winners.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten all of them right, and he's got 3 more years to go. And he has this year it being Napoli, who's still in it, and they're disgusting. The next year being Bayern Munich again, which is Germany, and then Man United in 2025. We could do it. We can be a good team. Did we just lose 7-0 to Liverpool last week? 100 fucking percent we did. Was that a fluke? Yes, it was. Did we already beat Liverpool once this year? Yes, we did. Have we beat Man City this year? Yes. Was losing 7-0 a fluke? I'm going to say it was.
I hope you feel a little better.
I felt horrible after that game. Felt absolutely horrible. Do you
Well,
have
to
any?
tack onto that,
Go.
with soccer, Wrexham. Okay, first of all, I love mascots. Always kind of fun to name like to refer to teams as their mascot because they
Right.
chose that mascot, right? So I just see this headline. It's Skins beat the Shrimpers or
Who?
something like
The
that.
what?
It's like the Shrimpers or whatever. It was, I swear. Hang on, let me see
The
if I can
so
find
Wrexham's
it.
the Red Dragons.
Yes. And it was. Hang on. I already pulled up Wrexham here, so it shouldn't take me long.
You saw it this weekend?
Southend United. Hang on, let me see if I can find the name of their mascot. Look up Southend United's mascot. Oh my god, it is something like the shrimp or something.
They are known as the Shrimpers or the Seasiders.
I just see the Dragons beat the and sadly, I'm glad Wrexham won. I'm like a very low tier Wrexham fan, definitely on the bandwagon. Um, they won 1-0 off an own goal,
Mm-hmm.
but
That was
they're
two.
still
That was 2 games ago, by the way, Rick.
wasn't. It
You're
was Saturday.
you're 2 Wrexham games behind.
That was Saturday, March 11th. They
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
Southend
And
United 1-0.
I just read wrong. Okay, you were right. You were
It's
right.
like, what are you talking about?
Yes, Wrexham,
So
dude.
they,
Wrexham's doing good. I'm on the thing too. They're
yeah,
they're they're winning their league by 4 points. There's no games in hand anymore between them and Notts Forest, who is the only other team that can possibly catch them. They
mhm.
definitely are going to finish to where they have to make it. They have to go to a playoff to get bumped to League Two. But if they finish first, they don't have to be in that playoff, and they get automatically go. They are in a great position, and I'm here for it.
I'm excited for
I'm
them.
on the
I'm
Wrexham
excited for them.
bandwagon. I play on Wrexham on my FIFA 23 team. We're already in League One. Thank you. Um, are we gonna get to the championship? I don't know. League One's a big different for this. NBA news.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, just a couple touches. NBA Lakers are fighting for a playoff spot.
yeah, they'll make it.
Um,
Whatever.
Anthony Davis has been playing very well as he just came back. We have a couple other things. Michael Bridges. Okay, I've really liked him when he was at Phoenix. I think he's a very talented ball player, incredible athlete, but definitely has a good floor IQ. I like watching him play. Has been on fire Nets. I thought they screwed him out of this trade. I was like, wow, they sent such a talented young player, team that's clearly imploding in wake of the whole KD trade, the Kyrie trade. I'm just like, they sent him to a team who's now rebuilding. He is average, I think, I don't want to get this wrong, averaging above 25 points a game on like 50, 40, 90 shooting, which is the course of the first 10 or 15 games, first time it's ever happened in NBA history. I could be butchering some of those stats. Ben, I know it's the first time anyone's ever done it in NBA history, and he has been playing insane basketball. I was super happy for him because it was so sad. I felt like it was such an injustice to send him. I understood why the Suns did it.
Mm-hmm.
Durant, I mean, come on. But
I'll trade anybody for
insane.
Kevin Durant. I don't care.
Really though, like your roster, no one can really claim to be untouchable. If you're trading for KD, that's just the bottom
I would
line.
have let Devin Booker go.
I mean, I bet you the conversation came up, and then probably the Suns were like,
Mm, we want both.
no. Like, um, then Jokic versus Embiid, the MVP argument right now. Other people are kind of floating in the same conversation. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that have played really well this season. Jokic is just on another world right now. All of his stat lines, team is like 28-0 when he gets a triple double between this season and last season. Um, he's beating Embiid in all but two major statistical categories. One of them is points per game. Oh, Embiid's been playing so well too, though.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to, are you looking at the person that is still putting up points? I mean, Jokic is definitely still putting up good numbers, just scoring. Do you give it to the guy who's making the whole team better and winning those games, or do you give it to the guy who's a force of nature? Like, no one has been able to stop Embiid. He's been scoring, I mean, 40-point game, 35-point game. Him and Harden became the first duo in like 35 years or something like that for one of them to score over 40 points and one of them to have 20 assists in a game. It was insane. So it's so tough because I want Embiid to win an MVP, but badly enough that I want the NBA to just say, here, have it when someone is playing so well like Jokic is.
Yeah. So it brings up the conversation. So Embiid is actually beating him by almost 10 points per game.
Because he's unstoppable
Yeah.
scoring wise.
So there's always the argument of most valuable player. How do you look at it? Blah, blah, blah. If you take both of those people away from their respected teams, which team suffers more? You know, because they play the same position. So it's actually like
Yeah.
a very interesting argument at this point. It's like, all
Yeah.
right,
They
if
just
we
play
take
it so differently.
if we take Joker away, if we take Embiid away, which team suffers more? So then theoretically you figure out who is more valuable to their team. But I don't know. It's hard. I know it's funny when we're saying Jokic's only averaging 24 points a game. Let's not give it to him. But then Embiid's at 33. You're like, Jesus Lord. But scoring points isn't. It's not. It's not all. It's a lot of basketball. It's most of it, but
And you do have to score more points than the other team.
you do.
However, that's when you start bringing in the fact that Jokic is averaging more than double-digit assists.
Oh, then it's his. If he's averaging 24 and then at least 10 assists, it's his.
I think he's averaging 12.
Yeah, give it to him.
Like, and
Give
he's
it to him.
averaging no, hang on. I'm sorry. I think I'm wrong about that. I think he's averaging just over 12 rebounds a game and over 10 assists a game. Um, but it still is
But
just
that's disgusting.
absolutely. I mean, he is dominating.
It's a
And
triple
Kerr,
double. That just popped into my head. That's a triple double.
yeah.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Hmm.
24.7 points, 10 assists, 12 rebounds,
Yeah.
and
And here's
1.3 steals a game.
here's the other part is Denver is number one in the West. Oh, well, you can always argue any year it's gone back and forth a little bit more recently, but any year you can argue who's looking better, Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Denver is the top of the Western Conference. They have one more win than Philly, so Philly has 45 wins, Denver has 46, but they're winning. They're playing winning basketball, and no one can argue that it is not run through Joker. So I feel like you have to give it to the man who's already won back-to-back MVPs. It's crazy. I mean, he's just a phenomenal basketball player.
I agree.
That's all I have for NBA. Did you have anything you want to touch on?
Nope. I don't watch NBA.
Okay,
So I
well
don't
then,
know.
and
I don't want to throw my opinion out there on things I don't know a lot about.
I hear you. That's kind of
So
where I was at,
I
especially
say
with the
that
baseball.
we get into like 3 more weeks doing podcasts, and I'm over here, throwing out why Kyrie Irving's the best player on the planet. But here we are. No, thing I want to throw out. NHL don't have anything for you. Sorry. March Madness is. I know the Hurricanes are doing pretty solid. So if they win the Stanley Cup, we'll talk about because I watch about as much hockey as Rick does, which is zero.
It's
Uh,
very little. It's not zero
True, I
zero.
don't
It's
watch
close to
zero. If it's
zero.
on Sports Center top 10, I watch it. Um, March Madness has finally been here. It's always
King.
big. It is it is bigger, I feel like, in North Carolina than a lot of other states just because of how much we enjoy basketball. I mean, shit, I remember being in school and classes not being taught and just us watching games at points,
Yeah.
especially if it was Carolina or Duke or State or Wake Forest on that TV. It's being watched. Um,
I had the pleasure of taking sports marketing in high school, so we just watched it.
yes,
Like we that
we
was
we wa- I had principles of business. I took a lot of sports classes too. I took principles of business, so we were trying to figure out how the NCAA runs it, and so we had to watch the games to figure out the
Mhm.
marketing strategies and all kinds of crap.
Exactly. You talk about the advertising, the
Yes,
commercials, this and that.
yes. So
Um,
I've
I want to
been look.
bring up
Go
something.
ahead, go
Oh,
ahead.
I want to bring up something, and I have not talked to my co-host about this whatsoever. So all of you get to hear about this live for the first time. We're gonna do a Slams Fist Fact bracket challenge. Brandon and I are both gonna fill out brackets, and then we want you users, listeners, viewers, whoever you are, all slammers and one fister. I want you to fill out a bracket and email it to us at slamsfistfact@gmail.com. And if you win the listener pool prize to be determined, and if you win the winner, you win the listener pool, and you beat Brandon and I's brackets, you get a Slams Fixed Fact merch on top of whatever prize that we will determine that the winner gets.
Or
And then Brandon and I are just going to do it for humble bragging and beating each other up.
yes, or just send me your email and I'll create an ESPN account and we can just all do the pools in there.
Do that too.
Yeah,
Either way,
way easier.
we
Okay,
can
we have to
get
do it by
it decided.
Thursday though.
So yes, that's what I was gonna
I
say. Is that
will
has to
text
be in
people.
by Thursday.
I'll text
Yeah.
people. Um, I am
Hopefully they
going
listen to this
to.
podcast right now and or Wednesday,
True.
and that way they know.
I will go ahead and preface this with I've watched two complete college basketball games this year. The UNCW College of Charleston game
Yeah.
and Duke versus their first round game. Whoever the fuck they played. That's it. That's my knowledge of college basketball. Actually, that's the amount of games I've watched this year. I've been looking at the bracket. I'm looking at it right now. If I'm going off of a bracket region that I do not want to be in, I don't care who got the number one overall, whatever. I do not want to be in the East region. As a bubble-ish team, like 6, 7, 8, 9 seed team that could make a good run, the East would kill me. The East has Purdue, Marquette, Duke, Kansas State, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Michigan State as the top 7 teams. I do,
State,
huh?
Michigan State overrated. Ohio State beat them in the Big Ten tournament. Boo, Michigan State.
I do
Um,
not. I don't want to be where they are.
Purdue is scary. Okay, so Ohio State. I'm an Ohio State fan. Everyone listens knows. I started getting hopeful during the Big Ten tournament to be able to get a bid, and then we got slapped by Purdue. Purdue is a good ball team. Bama, really good ball team this year.
Bama's
Texas
good, but they
A&M,
have like somebody under investigation for murder or something right now.
we're just going off their basketball. It's
This person plays basketball.
yeah, but it's on the court. Unless he murdered someone on the court.
I mean,
um,
Houston's good too. And Kansas is always good, but Kansas will figure out how to choke somehow to number 12 VCU in the Elite Eight or some shit.
yeah, no, but I agree with you. I really would not want to be in the East.
Mm-mm. East is tough, man.
If I had to pick one,
Oh, I know where
yeah,
I'm going.
I think I'm picking Midwest.
Same,
If I
same,
had a team and I
same.
wanted to try and make it out
If
alive,
I'm if I'm number 5 Miami, number 4 Indiana, 3 Xavier, I'm happy being in the Midwest.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to play against Alabama. I definitely don't want to meet a 4 seed Virginia. Virginia will make you score 3 points a game by how well they play defense.
Yep.
I don't ever want to play Kansas. You don't, even though they're a 3 seed, you don't want to play Gonzaga. Yeah, Midwest easiest bracket. So if Houston wins, overrated. Uh, but no,
Hey,
I'm excited. We'll do a tournament challenge. Um, we'll throw it out there. I'll create an invite. I'll put it on the Instagram to post. I'll create it tomorrow morning. If anybody that wants to join, try to join. Make it real quick. Rick and I's bracket will be there. One bracket to rule them all.
yeah, one bracket challenge. We're not gonna do multiple entries. That gets a little hairy, you know. And here's the funny thing: is Brandon, you may have seen 2 games all year. That's as good of odds of winning because March is just madness.
Throw it out right now. Anybody makes a perfect bracket in the Slam Fist Fact thing, we all split that money that Warren Buffett's going to give you. Throw it out right now because you wouldn't have made a bracket unless you were in our thing. So we're splitting the money Warren Buffett brings you. But I'm excited. I hope Alabama loses to a 16 seed because you don't want to see it. The greatest thing is UCLA is probably going to lose to UNC Asheville as the 2 seed to 15. I'm only saying that because UNC Asheville should have been the first team to upset a number 1 seed, but they were not. Still salty about that. That was my freshman year of college. They played, I think it might have been Clemson or Illinois. No, it was Syracuse. I knew it was one of those damn orange teams. It was Syracuse, and the refs pretty much gave Syracuse that game at the end. It was horrible. But anyway, I don't have anything else. We'll do a bracket challenge. I'll create it tomorrow morning.
It's good. That's all I got, brother.
Anything else, Rick?
Oh, all I
Yeah.
got.
It's been fun. We should do it again. We will also next week not be on correct schedules. We might. I don't know. My mom's side of the family's coming down this weekend, and Dalton, so we got to figure all that out. But anyways, everybody, all the slammers out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, you can email us at slamswissfact@gmail.com. For complaints, they actually go to dmantheboss9000@gmail.com. He'll filter through those. He's our HR representative. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Both the same things, at slamswissfact. Just remember, when we get to 100 followers on TikTok, Rick does a dance. If we get to 1,000, we do a hot tub podcast. If we get to 1,500, we'll fly Rick down from Kentucky and we'll do a live stream from a boat. I didn't tell Rick about that, but we bought a boat this Sunday. I have a boat. But anyway, everyone have a wonderful night, a wonderful day, a grand evening, and we will talk to you next time.